Today we're going to talk about one exercise for your lower body that you can do almost anywhere and that is challenging enough to actually do. I'm Eric Snell, the author of the Fit Businessman book, and you know that my favorite exercise for the upper body is the handstand push-ups because you can do it basically anywhere, and it's come pretty damn handy now when all the gyms are closed. And also when you travel, if you're in a hotel room, if you're in the countryside, there's always some place, a wall, you can do a handstand push-up or some kind of alternative version of it. Now, for the legs, the exercise that I like because it's so challenging that it's difficult to do even 10 of them, it's the Borzow jump. Now, this is a one-legged squat jump where you tuck the leg, the knee that you're jumping with, you tuck that in and you sort of touch your chest with it when you're up in the air. And this Borzow jump was done by Valery Borzow, who was a Russian sprinter who apparently when he was around 14 years old, he couldn't even run under 13 seconds the 100-meter race. So he's actually one example that people like to use where you just, they try to, let's say, use him as an example how you convert slow twitch muscles to fast twitch muscles and create a runner. But this exercise, what I like to do is sort of simple, 3 times 8. You do 8 with one leg, you rest a bit, you do 8 with the other, and you rest. And here again, I would use sort of quality over quantity. So in my mind, I'm going to do 3 times 8, whether it's, maybe it's 7 reps, maybe it's 6, maybe it's only 4, but sort of you feel it when the quality is not there. And this is technically not maybe that easy to perform. So it's also a nice challenge. So if you want to learn a new movement, this might be it. So while you try to, especially with kids and teenagers, they try to see who can do an exercise. And this is kind of nice to give as a sort of homework. So when we have classes, this is an exercise that's nice to give, like, okay, you practice on this, and when you come back, let's see how it works. And if you look for the Borzow jump, you might see alternatives to this. So there is sort of a little bit of a strange Bulgarian split squat variation where you have your back leg elevated on a bench and then you jump, and you sometimes have some weights in your hand, but I don't really see the point of that exercise. It's more like a plyometric Bulgarian split squat, and I wouldn't really recommend it because you can't really put that much force in it. When you do the Borzow jump, you can actually apply force. So the idea in the Borzow jump is to get as high as possible and still keep your balance. So it's a little bit of a different feeling than, let's say, bounding. So when you're bounding and going forward, this exercise is sort of easier to do, I think, if you have any type of pain or if you feel that bounding is uncomfortable. It might be that this exercise is actually easier for you to do. And I would, of course, recommend you do it on grass or sand, a little bit softer surface. So try it out. Let me know what you think about the exercise. Maybe you're hardcore, maybe you do it with a weighted vest. I don't know. I wouldn't. But mix it in when you do, for instance, your hill sprints now. You can do your hill sprints, but leave one sprint undone. Do some Borzow jumps in between, and then you do your last sprint. I'm Eric Snell, the author of the Fit Businessman book, and I'll see you at work.